Could the Monkey King take home the grand prize of Game of the Year 2024? Maybe PlayStation's Hyperactive Robot? Could Cloud Strife and his friends take the award? Or could it be a complete surprise and be taken by the latest controversial Dragon Age game? And what about all the other awards? Welcome to GameList Plus. In today's video, I will talk about my predictions and the possible nominees and winners at the Game Awards 2024. I'm going to go through most of the different awards, talking about the likely games to be nominated, as well as which ones I think will probably win. At the end, I'll give my personal prediction as to which game I think will win Game of the Year 2024. There are over 25 different awards given out during the Game Awards, and I won't pretend that I could possibly know the outcomes or predict all of those, but I'm going to open up the conversation and give my suggestions as to what I think might get nominated and or win in each category. I invite you to chime in and start a conversation by adding your thoughts in the comments below. Let's start out with the most anticipated award. This one is a clear-cut and obvious winner. It will definitely be Grand Theft Auto 6. I mean, it's slated to be released in late 2025, and not only is it the most anticipated game of the year next year, but I mean, it's probably the most anticipated game of the last 10 years, let's be honest. Next is the Debut Indie Award, which I think will definitely go to Animal Well, an incredibly well-received and overwhelmingly positively reviewed Metroidvania-style indie game from the sole developer Billy Basso. Some have even suggested that it deserves Game of the Year. I haven't actually played it myself yet, but it is high up there on my list. I'm going to be playing it very soon. The next award will be for Best Multiplayer Game, which will likely have nominees including Space Marine 2, Satisfactory, Helldivers 2, and of course Black Ops 6. I really do believe Helldivers 2 will likely be the winner for this one. The game was truly a phenomenon as a multiplayer game in 2024. If you're enjoying this video, this is the perfect time for you to hit that like button. It really helps my channel a lot. And also hit subscribe so you can see all my upcoming videos. The next award is for Best Sports or Racing Game. I cannot give a very strong call on this because I don't play a lot of racing or sports games. But usually there's at least some kind of standout, at least in the racing category, and that just seems like it wasn't the case in 2024. Instead, it was filled mostly with updates to games that were previously released in years past. That being said, the one that I did actually try and enjoy was MLB The Show 2024. So I'm guessing that that might be the one that wins in this case, but I'd love to hear what you guys think. The award for Best Family Game is usually dominated by Nintendo games, as they tend to have the best family-friendly experiences for obvious reasons. And while I'm sure there will be nominees from Nintendo like Mario Party Jamboree, I think the clear winner in this case is Astrobot from PlayStation, which will also probably get a Game of the Year nomination, and maybe win. The winner of the Best Sim Strategy will probably go to Frostpunk 2, although I think it might have gotten a run for its money if Manor Lords wasn't still in early access. If it gotten its full release, it might actually be a contender. To be honest, I'm not a huge sim strategy player, so I'm basing this on popularity and the love of the original Frostpunk. So I've heard Frostpunk 2 is pretty awesome, and it's the only strategy sim that I've really heard about this year. I'd love to hear what you think about this category, if there's something that I'm missing here. Even though I'm not a huge strategy player, I am definitely looking forward to Civilization VII, which will be out in February of next year, and that will likely be the winner of the 2025 award in this category. Moving on to the category of Best Action Adventure Game, there are probably a few games that are going to get nominated in this category, including Black Myth Wukong and Dragon Age the Veilguard, but I think the winner of this category will probably be Dragon's Dogma 2, an extremely fun action-adventure RPG that I really had a blast with earlier this year. It was definitely one of the most talked about games in early 2024, and it was thought of as an early contender for Game of the Year, but it is pretty unlikely to win anything other than Best Action-Adventure when all is said and done. Another huge award that I'm sure will be getting a lot of attention is the award for Best RPG. Now, I'm sure that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Metaphor ReFantazio, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and maybe even Dragon Age the Veilguard will all be nominated. But I think it's safe to bet that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will be the winner in this category for the insane amount of gameplay included in this remake of the classic Final Fantasy VII game. But I'd love to hear what you think about this one in the comments below. The award for Best Fighting Game of 2024 will quite easily go to Tekken 8, which really had absolutely no competition throughout the entire year. But even if it did, I think it still would win. It's a phenomenal sequel to the long-running series that tightens up the gameplay and improves on everything that has been done before, but with gorgeous graphics and excellent online gameplay. The award for Best Action Game has some stiff competition this year with the likes of Stellar Blade, Black Myth Wukong, and Warhammer Space Marine 2 in the running. Ultimately, I think the winner will be Space Marine 2 with its gorgeous graphics, awesome 3-player co-op gameplay, and sweepingly great reviews. The award for Best AR and VR Game is a no-brainer in 2024. You may know this is a category which I definitely specialize in if you're a regular viewer of my channel. This award will, without a doubt, go to Batman Arkham Shadow. The exclusive title to the Quest systems is quite easily the best VR gaming experience I have ever had, and I'm not exaggerating at all. It has great graphics, excellent stealth and action brawling gameplay, tons of secrets to explore and discover, and even an excellent story. It's amazing, it really is. The award for Best Mobile Game of 2024 will have a clear and definite winner as well, and that game will be Balatro, or Balatro if you want to go with the proper Latin word. However you choose to say it, it is a game that wasn't originally released on mobile, but is now available on your phone. I played it on my Switch, and I have intentionally not put it on my phone because I cannot carry that kind of addiction around in my pocket. It's too dangerous. It's most definitely one of the most addictive and incredibly well-made roguelike games I've ever played, and it's actually really worthy of a Game of the Year nomination. It is that good. It's truly incredible, and if it doesn't win Best Mobile Game of 2024, then I don't even know what this show is. The award for Best Indie Game could definitely see nominees like Balatro and of course Animal Well, but the award will most likely go to Another Crab's Treasure, the colorful and friendly Souls-like action-adventure game that proves that you can have awesome Souls-like gameplay even in a cutesy package. The awards for both audio design and performance I think will definitely go to Hellblade 2: Senua's Saga, the incredibly cinematic, albeit short game that came out for Xbox and PC this year. Melina Jorgen's gritty performance along with the sound should easily pull off both awards. The award for score and music in a game will likely have nominees like Dragon Age the Veilguard, Hellblade 2, and Metaphor ReFantazio, but my best bet is that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will clinch this award for sure. It's gonna win. The award for Best Narrative will likely go to Metaphor ReFantazio. Best Direction will probably go to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I think Best Art Direction will go to the incredibly beautiful and diversely intricate Black Myth Wukong. It's just gorgeous. Which brings us to the biggest award of them all, Game of the Year. As of making this video, the nominations haven't even been announced yet, but I'm guessing that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Black Myth Wukong, Astrobot, Metaphor ReFantazio, and Satisfactory will be nominated based on Metacritic scores and the Golden Joystick Award nominations, among other factors that I've looked at. Since this is just a prediction video, I'm gonna go with what I think makes the most sense. There's so much contention between Black Myth Wukong and Final Fantasy VII being on top, but people fail to realize that there are lots of other games that also came out. This is definitely going to be one of the more contentious years because a lot of people would be upset if Dragon Age the Veilguard was nominated, and a lot of people would be really upset if Black Myth Wukong is not nominated. There are a lot of reasons that those games have brought up a lot of controversy. If you just check it out and go down your own rabbit hole, you'll find a lot of stuff about Sweet Baby Inc. If you just type that in, you can spend a lot of time learning about all that. I think because of a lot of that stuff that's been going on, this year will lead to the Game Awards going the safe route and giving the award to a family-friendly game that most people have played and love, much like they did with It Takes Two in 2021. So my prediction is that the winner of Game of the Year 2024 will be Astrobot. Keep in mind, this is not what I think deserves to win necessarily, but it is what I think will win. But that is just what I think. What do you think? Which games did I not talk about that you feel should have been listed in today's video? What is your Game of the Year personally, and what do you think will actually win? What are you most excited about that's coming out next year, besides Grand Theft Auto 6? So many awards, so many games, so much to talk about. Let's get the conversation going in the comments below. That's it for today's video though. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time on GameList Plus.
Together for managed democracy.
Together for victory.
Together for liberty.